What's the best way of expanding a Roland SPD SX Pro sampling pad? Do you need to spend Roland money on extra pads, or can you get away with plugging in just about anything? Let's find out. What we have here is the 6-inch crash cymbal from a Carlsbro Rock 50, which is a child's drum kit for which I paid around £50. You may have seen it in my last video. This is my SPD SX Pro, and as a bass drum trigger I'm using my Roland SPD1 kick, which is plugged into the line input. I've got another video about that if you're interested. All I've done quite simply is added a clamp, which I already had lying around. It's just a cheap Gear for Music one, and a boom arm, and fortunately the bracket and the fitment for this crash cymbal actually fits straight from the other stand, because it's just what I believe is an 8mm thread, and I've managed to use the original felt and wing nut as well. So it's nice and secure, and then I've just plugged in a jack to jack lead, which is plugged straight into input 1 on the SPD SX Pro. All I've done is literally just plugged it in. Let's find out what happens. There we go. So it's gone straight to trigger 1. You can see just there. So this is only a single zone pad, but maybe it would work, quite well as a crash or something like that. Let's set it up as a crash and have a little bit of a play. So all we're going to do is go into menu there. I'm going to go across to kit 1, pad edit. I've already selected it, and we're going to go into the options there and just find a nice crash cymbal. Let's maybe put our filter on and find some crashes. Crash, there we go. Deselect any other things that I've got selected, so we only get crashes. There we go. Okay, right, warm crash. Let's find out how that sounds. That'll do for our demonstration. Let's have a bit of a play and see how it sounds. So what settings I'm going to change to make this feel a little bit more like one of these? Well, what I'm going to do first is a little bit of a test. I'm going to use this snare drum pad here, pad 8, and I'm just going to go into the settings over here, and I'm going to go across to system, and I'm going to go to pad or trigger in, and I'm going to see when I play this pad just how sensitive it is and see what the settings are. So you can see I can play that really quietly before it stops making any sound at all. So that means that that's the kind of dynamic range of that pad. That's how Roland set it up. Now let's see what happens if I play this one. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so that seems to be dropping off below 51. That's going all the way down to like 28. Okay, let's try the crash again. Okay, sorry about the sound there. I know it's not the best in the world, but let's see then if we bring the sensitivity up a little bit actually. Now it's registering it as a VH11 as well. I'm wondering if maybe we'd be better off trying to tell it that it's a CY something. So that would be a crash, wouldn't it? Ride, let's go crash. Let's see what happens now. Ah, that's better. A bit more sensitive now. There we go. Okay, lovely. That seems a lot better. So what I've done there is set it to CY14C, and we're just going to tell it that it is that. Let's try it again. Let's have a little bit more playing and see how it feels. Now don't go anywhere, because I have one more useful tip for you, which is that earlier on I tried to plug in the bass drum trigger from the Rock 50 into my SPD SX Pro, and no matter what I did, it didn't make a sound at all. I plugged it into the 1 and 2 input on the back, just like I did the crash, and it just refused to make any sound. So no idea why that is, unfortunately. It would have been great if you could have used this maybe even as like a hi-hat control or something like that, but unfortunately this doesn't work, but of course the Crash does, so I wouldn't waste your time and money getting one of these. Not that it would take you a lot of time or cost you a lot of money, but there we go. In summary, if you would like to see another video where I plug in some of the other cheap pads into my TD30 kit, which is over there, then make sure you check out the video that I posted last week. That one's really interesting. We use the snare drum pad, and then we use the tom pad, not as a tom pad, and it's very interesting actually to see the results, do some similar stuff. So please go and check that out if you haven't already. Also, consider subscribing if you're not already. Really help me out, try to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year, and leave a big thumbs up or a comment down below if you've enjoyed the video. Let me know what else you'd like me to do on the channel as well, anything electronic drums. I'm sure I can help you out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again on the channel before too long. Bye bye for now.